my special lecturer, Madam Shariza Iliana Ramli, and all my fellow friends. My name is Nur Aina Shazwani binti Arman. I'm from Group 3, and today we will present for ADM501 movie review. The movie that we chose, named The Devil Wears Prada, was such an amazing movie to watch, especially for those who likes comedy drama, and an inspirational movie giving a numerous ethics makes you feel great with the whole movie experience. After I watched this movie, I feel so inspired, and I can't wait to walk in the working world after I graduated. The main actor in this movie, Andrea, is such a hard-working employee, even though her boss, named Mrs. Miranda, gives her a lot of tough and impossible job to be completed as her PA. Andrea is the most strongest woman that I have seen. She keeps going to improve herself to suit with the working environment that she has to get comfortable with. Here, I can see that giving up is not the best solution. We learn a lot when we keep going and decided not to giving up. We can learn that there are hidden strengths and the potentials within us so that we can effectively convert our failure to success.
Firstly, the problem that we identify in this movie is someone that having difficulty communicating with superior. As for the how we diagnose the problem is, we found out that in the company, everyone should listen to Miranda person, the superior of the company. Secondly, the problem that we identify in this movie is image of workaholic. The way we diagnose is, when watching this movie, we found out that Miranda is a workaholic person because she is extremely obsessed with work. Thirdly, the problem that we identify in this movie is unable to adapt with new working environment. Also, the way we diagnose is, we found out at first Andrea always wears clothes that don't follow the fashion code of employee in the magazine editor company. Lastly, the problem that we identify in this movie is overbearing superior personality. Miranda always treats her subordinate with cool personality, and she also times many.
One of the message of this movie is, as a leader, we must consider about employees and do not be selfish. Miranda is a terror to everyone around her, including her employees. In this movie, Andrea is a young woman and Miranda hires her as a second assistant. In order to work with Miranda, Andrea must change her style and she has to work more and more. And because of this, she starts to lose her friends, family, and her living boyfriend. I agree with this message, as this scene can be related to workplace stress. It is an adaptive response to a situation that is perceived as challenging or threatening to the person's well-being. It describes the human response to harsh environmental condition. As being Andrea is quite challenging because she has to face her boss, which is Miranda. Miranda is a merciless, polished, and cruel woman, making the experience a living hell for the Andrea. Some common workplace stressors include work overload. This can be related to Andrea's job that becomes extremely demanding because of Miranda's tough work rhythm and nearly impossible tasks.
Throughout the movie, we learn why employee recognition will always matter. As has been mentioned, Miranda is the boss that everyone fears and dreads working for. Miranda's new assistant, Andrea, had to work non-stop and be ready not only for work days but also weekends. Andrea then realized that Miranda had not noticed any of her efforts. There is a scene appears where Andrea confessed to Nigel about how Miranda is unappreciative when she does the right thing, but is quick to criticize any mistakes made by her employees. This scene is related to job satisfaction. Andrea finds it more satisfying to work when there is some sort of recognition for their efforts. Job satisfaction is very important since it will increase employee motivation. Motivated employees tend to perform better at work. Miranda holds the character of a cold-hearted person. She rarely praises her employees or says thanks for their accomplishment and contributions. Her attitude makes the workplace tense. Lack of leadership will result in job dissatisfaction. Recognizing employee has a significant impact on the workplace, allowing them to contribute more to the company. In addition to inspiring employees to do a great job, it also could help to reduce the turnover in the company. So employee recognition has become one of the key elements to employee satisfaction. It will influence the employee to remain loyal too.
Hello everyone, my name is Anis Narration. For my part, I would like to suggest two suggestions in order to minimize the problem that happened in this movie. So for the first one, I would like to suggest to improve the communication between the superior and also the subordinate by having the both party to have motivation and also ability to communicate with each other through communication channel. So there are two types of communication channel that we have learned in topic A, which is the first one is verbal communication and the second one is non-verbal communication. So in our daily life, most of us will use verbal communication, and simply say we can apply the same thing in this movie, which is the subordinate and also the superior can practice verbal communication, which is through online forum discussion, instant messaging and also email between each other to improve the communication between themselves. Okay, for the second suggestion, I would like to suggest to practice setting boundaries between your work life and also your personal life. In this movie, we can see that Miranda is a workaholic person because she is extremely obsessed with her work. So practicing setting boundaries means you have to know when you have to leave your job. You have to learn when to say no to your job when you are done with your job and spend some time with your family or with yourself. Therefore, it can minimize the problem that happened in this movie.
The third suggestions in minimizing the issues occur in this movie is try to adapt with new working environment. In this movie, we can see the editor and research always wears clothes that don't follow the fashion code of employees in the magazine editor company. As a good employee, we must try to adapt with the new working environment where an employer must wear clothes according to the dress code in the office. The appearance of an individual affects the career, including be able to increase the trust of others. Lastly is practice a humble and positive personality. The movie shows that Miranda is dictatorial and rudely arrogant to her subordinates. She always treats her subordinate with cool personalities and she always times cruel manners. Practicing a humble and positive personality means that an employee must show a good attitude and be professional at the office. Showing a positive attitude in one of the top skill and characteristic as a good employees. Employees that have a pleasant attitude at work have a beneficial impact on people around them and increase team energy. Without concentrating on the problems that will surely arise in any career, a positive attitude gets the job done. Urge others to do the same.